Hello, hello, hello! You're tuning into another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Today's second topic, NFL Live, talks about the Ravens offense being better this season. Look, so y'all already know that Hasselbeck, not the other one, Tim Hasselbeck, the brother that was most of the time on the television, had a lot to say about the Ravens offense, and I had covered that. But this time, you had Mina and you had some other people chiming in on why they believe the Ravens offense will actually be better this season. And look, I know that when it comes to offense, a lot of times people say I'm optimistic. I can be toxic, but I'm optimistic at times. But here's the thing. They make the exact reasoning that I'm making, and I have been making, because it makes total sense. So without further ado, I'm going to play what they were saying, and then we're going to break it down, all right? So let's get this party started.
They'll rely on second-round pick Roger Rosengarten to fill one of those spots. Mina, when you think about and look at this offense after the changes, is it a better group for Lamar than last year's team? Where are you at on that?
I don't know if it's a better group, particularly because they lost like half of the offensive line. Even if Rosengarten can come in and start, it's still an area of concern of mine. I really like the Derrick Henry signing. Tez Walker, who they got later in the draft, I think has upside for them. And I'm still a believer in Rashad Bateman, who they brought back at a pretty reasonable contract. But for me, Laura, the reason why I'm actually optimistic about the offense, there's two reasons. One, we forget they lost Mark Andrews for a pretty significant portion of the end of the year last year. So for him to come back, I think is going to be extremely significant. Isaiah Likely really developed as a secondary tight end, so they could do a lot of multiple tight end sets. And then the other thing is this. They completely revolutionized the offense last year. It's totally different from Greg Roman under their new offensive coordinator, Todd Monken. This is year two. Year one, you really saw a bit of an adjustment period on both sides, especially in the beginning of the season. So I think if they can continue building on what we saw throughout much of last year in the passing attack in particular, this offense can actually be better despite losing some of the talent on that line.
And assuming that Mina's right about their passing attack getting better, no team had the fourth quarter lead more last year than the Baltimore Ravens, and that can only get better this year. And Derrick Henry, to me, this is the old pass to score and run to win. Be able to close out games in the fourth quarter with those leads. And of all the moves that Mina just went over, I think Derrick Henry by far is the most consequential. One, he should be able to close games out. And secondly, maybe more importantly, keep Lamar Jackson healthy. Take some of those reps off of Lamar, which will keep him hopefully healthy for the playoffs. So I think Derrick Henry really could be a force multiplier, both keeping the ball away and winning games, and again, making sure that Lamar Jackson is as healthy as possible coming down the stretch.
Y'all remember me saying this, right? And I was saying this exact thing. Derrick Henry is a force multiplier. Lamar's already a force multiplier, right? Now you're having two guys in the backfield that are force multipliers. But what Derrick is going to be allowed to do is take a lot of the responsibilities that have been on Lamar's shoulders, specifically rushing the ball, especially late in games when we can't get nothing going and stuff like that. It's like, oh, just let Lamar Jackson start running the ball, and then we'll be fine. He'd be able to take a lot of a chunk of those opportunities and place it on himself and be successful in it. Not just taking it off, just to take it off, but be successful, which then in turn lowers the amount of time that Lamar's going to get hit and lower the amount of times he's put in harm's way. And that means he'll be more healthy. He'll be even more ready to go and revving to go in the playoffs. He'll be fresh as a spring chicken. Yes. And more everything else, he'll be able to close out games. How many times last year, in the last 2 years, have we been up 7 points, 10 points in the fourth quarter, and we can't seal the deal? And we blame ourselves like, yo, we gave that game away. Right? With Derrick Henry behind there, those are wins. Why are they wins? They're wins because you're not going to be able to just say, they're just trying to milk clock. Derrick Henry can literally 5-4 yard you to death all the way up to the goal line and then punch it in himself, or as we seen as he did to the Ravens in the playoff game, throw for a touchdown. So you're looking at a player that can absolutely just take all of the fourth quarter pressure off of the shoulders of Lamar. Because Lamar's asked to do a lot. And I keep trying to tell people that. He's asked to be the number one runner, the passer, the distributor, the understand the coach on the field. He's trying to be, it's like everything. So Derrick Henry coming in is going to make Lamar's job that much easier. It's going to make Bateman's job that much easier. Zay's job that much easier. Mark Andrews' job that much easier. Isaiah Likely's job that much easier. And like I said, if this thing starts to find a groove, it's over. People don't realize, and I keep saying this, they do not realize how injured we were last year. We were very injured last year. O-line, running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, safeties, defensive ends, outside linebackers. Like, we were hurt. Corners, hurt. Yo, I want to say hurt like Mati says heart. Yeah, listen, if you know Mati is, that's Captain Planet, you are the one, he goes, heart. I was going to say hurt. Oh, yo, Captain Planet was nice, bro. I remember that. That was a good cartoon, bro. Captain Planet, he's a hero. Gonna take pollution down to 0. Oh, God. Oh, and to pivot a little bit, which one of y'all told me in the comment section that Drake was still up on Kendrick? Where are you? Show yourselves! Listen, I'm a connoisseur of lyrics, especially growing up. I don't listen as much as I used to because of, a different walk of life. But growing up, I was big in that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I love lyrics. And I tried to tell y'all, Kendrick was about to do him dirty. And y'all was in the comments and talking about, no, Drake, he about to sing a classic on him. I want to be treated like him. And that boy got smizacked. Splat. All for the internet to see. Yeah. So if you were saying that, you were wrong.
Finish him, Daddy.
Oh, God. Drake's finished. Whatever. Yo, God. I think they took his name. I posted it too. It said, don't rap against Kendrick ever. That's what Drake means. Oh, gosh. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, this is why I'm leaning more and more to the Ravens actually have a better year this year, specifically offensively, than they did last year. And if that's the case, let me be real with you, because I know you guys don't care about that. All you care about is the Super Bowl. But this can actually be a year where the offensive player of the year is on the Ravens. I think there's a good chance that if he's doing that, closing out games, Henry will have a very good chance of winning Offensive Player of the Year, because he might end up with 1,600 yards. He could definitely lead the league in rushing again on the Ravens. On top of that, they're going to give him the ball to get the touchdowns. So he might end up, if Gus ended up with 11 or 12, and Gus missed games, Derrick might end up with 20. Let me say this right now. 1,600 yards, 20 touchdowns. Yeah, Offensive Player of the Year. And with that type of production from a backfield mate and a Derrick Henry, can you imagine what type of play action game the Ravens are going to be having? This would actually be Lamar's best passing season also. But like I said, what do you guys think? Do you guys agree with NFL Live saying, look, because of Derrick Henry, this could be good, or because it's another year under Tom Monken's system, that's why it could be good? Or do you think, nah, I'm not getting my hopes up, the Ravens are just going to lose and bite and whatever else? Let me know what you think down in the comment section, all right? But as always, that's episode of The Wunderkind Show. Thank you for watching. Y'all know how we get down. We have fun and we laugh, but everything we talk about rooted in what? Facts and truth. Please do remember, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. You know I love the comments. If you have not done so already, check out the Wunderkind Show's Patreon. Yes, 3 tiers of content goodness waiting for your consumption. Give it a look, give it a try. Let me know what you think. And if you would like to donate to this channel, help out with equipment and such stuff like that, right? Bottom of the screen, QR codes to a Cash App. Cash App located in the description of every video that we do. And the name of it is The Wunderkind Show. Super easy. And that's how we do everything, guys. You already know that's how this channel keeps going. It's through donations. And almost all the donations are literally going to getting a Starlink system and a new camera system, because we need both. Especially if we get a new camera system, then we can use the one that we already have for a spare, because we do go through bad storms here in Florida, and I want to make sure I can still give you guys the best content possible. But as always, that's the episode of The Wunderkind Show. This is your host, Nectar, signing off, and as always, you know my slogan, peace. And I am out of here. Yeah.
Finish him, Daddy.